Today we have a u11AA matchup between the Bedford Blues Blue and the South Shore Lumberjacks. Starting lineup today for Bedford, we got Ryder Hawes at center with Stoner on the left wing and Hugh Kelly on the right wing. Pass out front from Stoner. We got Colton Stone and Lachlan Levangie on defense with Ford McKay in net. Hitting the back of the behind the net here, Bedford Blues got a delayed penalty call. South Shore comes away with it against Levangie. Levangie able to keep him out wide. Shot coming in towards the net, high on McKay. Bouncing behind the net. Touched up by Bedford. And we'll get a 2-minute for body contact call against Hugh Kelly. Bedford will go on the penalty kill, 2-minute penalty kill. Fleming on the face-off. He blocks that shot as it comes towards the net. Puck comes into the middle. Shot on net. Beats McKay. And South Shore power play goal. They get an early lead on this game, 1-0. At 14-19 in the first period. This game will have 3 15-minute periods. Wisen on the face-off. Puck stays in the center as South Shore comes down. Maddox overskates the puck. His car picks it up. Skates behind the net. Tries to rim it around but gets stuck in some feet. Picked up again by South Shore. Shot over, blocked by McKay. Stewart in the corner. South Shore is able to come away with it into the front. Battles in front. Puck remains loose in front. And Wisen chips it away. Halsman not able to get forward. Puck comes around the net as it beats Carr's stick. Carr disrupts that pass out of the corner, pushes it forward. He passes it up for Halsman. Just ahead on Halsman. No icing. Cross ice pass for Foster. A little too far ahead. Puck is rimmed around by South Shore. It comes over to the line and gets past Gillis. Wisen tries to keep it in. South Shore exits. Foster angles them wide. Long shot. Goes in behind the net. Halsman along the side. Picked up by Gillis. Gillis. Cross ice pass. Comes down and regrouped by South Shore. Bedford finishes their change. And South Shore looking ahead man because intercepted by Peters. Peters, 4 checks in the corner. Puck gets shipped by him as South Shore moves it out. Dwyer almost intercepts it, but South Shore continues. In the corner now. Turner with the stick, moves it forward for Hawes. And he gets a break. Hawes looking to go wide. He's got Gillis in front as well. Hawes tries to stuff it short side. Puck remained loose, but the referee lost sight of the puck, so the whistle is blown to kill that play. Face-off drop, comes back to Levangie. Levangie throws it towards the net. Goes into the far corner, picked up by Dwyer. He tries to find some space out of the corner. He gets that puck knocked away. So Shore tries to exit. Stone able to keep it in. Down to Hawes and out of the corner. Hawes is able to put it through the goalie's legs. 5-hole. And Bedford's able to tie this game up 1-1 at 12 minutes and 6 seconds in the first period. Fleming on the face-off, he knocks it forward as South Shore moves it up. Fleming picks up in the middle of the ice and he gets knocked away as Levangie tries to move it forward. kept it inside the zone as So Shore dumps it down into deep behind the net with Stone. He's going to pick it up. Stops up, able to move the puck over to Stone. Stone gets tripped up and not able to make a play with it as Kelly forechecks. Puck is rimmed around the net. Picked up on the other side by So Shore as they exit. Long pass, knocked off by Stone. Stone has some space as he enters the zone. All alone, tries to get through the middle, makes a move over to the side. Can't get a shot towards the net. Comes away with it. Fleming over skates that puck. Puck moves back. Stoner chips it back, and Carr collects it. Carr finds a little bit of space as he moves forward into the middle, outside. Looking for an opportunity. Centering pass gets knocked off by a stick and a skate. Comes back to Carr. Tries to get it down in low, but it's knocked off with Bedford continuing on the forecheck. Stoner behind the net. Halsman stops up. Halsman out of the corner looking for some options. He cycles it back, but is knocked down by a So Shore stick. Tries it again, coming out of the corner. Passing back to Stewart. Stewart gets the puck down deep for Stoner. Halsman's there to help out. So it comes around with Carr, shot towards the net. Couple of jumps, but it does go wide. Picked up on the opposite side by Stoner as he stops and tries to find some space on the boards, but he gets angled off. Carr steps into the middle, get a shot on net, but it's blocked. Stewart tries to get an opportunity. It finds its way through, but it goes wide of the net. Halsman circles back, looking for some space. He's outnumbered on the board. Fleming, he's able to pick it up. Centering pass, knocked away by the goalie. So Shore tried to get it out, but it's knocked in by Carr again. Long shot down the length of the ice. So Shore is looking for a change. And whistle goes for this icing. Gillis looking to fix up his skate. He might be asked to leave the ice here if he can't get that tied up quick enough. And we're ready to go. Face-off, drop, Wisen moves it back. Turner over to Gillis as he shoots towards the net, picked up behind the net by Halsman. Halsman circles over to Foster, but that pass gets intercepted as Turner is able to skate back, retrieve that puck, and moves it forward again. So Shore shoots it down into the Bedford zone where Gillis has a hard touch and can't maintain control. The battle continues in the corner. Both teams. So Shore comes away with it. Shot on net. Goes short side and high. Halsman makes some space. He chips it past his defender and skates after the puck. He's got Foster going to the net. Halsman comes to the center. Over to Foster. Halsman with a nice pass over to Foster, and Foster's able to put that in the back of the net. Bedford leads this game 2-1. We have 8 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first period. Hawes on the face-off and moves over to the winger. Both teams battle, and Levangi's able to come away. Levangi tries to chip it forward. Puck stays onside. Levangi follows through. It's over to Foster again with Aguirre in front. Puck is still loose. Gets shot down the length of the ice. Icing is initiated, but Stone is back to retrieve it and is waved off. Stone behind the net. Gets stuck on back of the mesh. Aguirre and Stone work together. Stone chips it around the boards. And So Shore gets a stick on it, but Hawes is able to exit the zone over to Peters. With the blue line. Eventually does come out as Peters back checks and picks it up in the neutral zone. Peters over to Levangi. Levangi enters. He goes wide. Look for a center nice pass. It goes off the goalie. It stays loose in front of the net. And referees puts a whistle on it. Fleming on the face-off, so sure, knocks it forward, stuck in the feet. The Stoner picks it up. He tries to get it towards the net. It goes wide. So Shore moves it forwards, gets to the line and kept in by Carr. Stoner on the forward check as So Shore rims it around the far side. Stewart pinches in. So Shore tries to dump it out, but it goes off some bodies and stays inside their zone. Stewart and Kelly. Kelly looking for some opportunity. Shot on net, short side, blocked by the goalie's shoulder. Stewart pinches in again. Jumps over his stick as play continues. And Stewart gets it safely down in behind the net for Kelly to pin his man. Kelly looking for forecheck, but he's a little bit hard on the body. Puck comes out. Carr shoots it back inside. Hugh Kelly will go to the box 2 minutes for boarding. Bedford Blue will go back on the penalty kill for 2 minutes. 6:59 remaining in the first period. Puck is dropped, goes back in the corner with Halsman. He tries to dump it out, he gets knocked down. Puck comes towards the net with Carr. Now behind the net. He battles. He comes away with it. Backhand pass over to Halsman. Halsman able to get out, he chips it past. He has a little bit of space to move. He chips it forward again. See if he can beat his man. He tries to push him off. Puck is loose. As Foster tries to help out. Foster spins. Pass towards Carr, but it gets knocked away. Gillis up for Foster. Puck gets shot back down towards the Bedford end as Carr steps up. As he continues to push along the boards, and Foster moves it over for Halsman. Halsman trying to chip a pass, but it gets knocked away. Halsman continues his forecheck. As he comes into the zone, he breaks past his man into the center. Backhand shot, doesn't reach the net, but its play still continues as So Shore comes away. So they try to exit. It does come out, and Bretton Turner is back with Gillis as they regroup in their zone. Quick pass from Gillis up to Wisen, and Wisen feeds Halsman. Halsman down. Puck gets knocked away from him, and it lands in the corner as Halsman continues his pressure, comes with a pass from behind the net, comes out towards the point, and So Shore gets it out, and it's collected by Gillis. Gillis has a long pass across the ice and picked up by Haas. Bedford still on the penalty kill, 20 seconds left in this penalty by Kelly. Long pass as McVangie tries to disrupt it. Centering pass goes off the side of the net. Puck comes down length to the ice here. Even strength now. Bedford's penalty is over. So Shore looking to move the puck forward as they enter against Bedford. Levangie and Peters tries to keep their man wide. Centering pass gets intercepted by Aguirre. Aguirre moves it up for Peters, and Peters is able to push it forward to Hawes. Hawes gets a hard shot on net, tries backhand pass by Peters. Hawes picks up the rebound again, he's able to put that in the back of the net. And Bedford is now up 3-1. 4 minutes and 34 seconds remain in the first period. Face off from Hawes, pushes it across, and Ryder Stewart gets it in the zone as Aguirre and Hawes try to find possession of that puck, and Aguirre shot on net, high and over the goalie and hits the glass in behind the net. Carr pinches forward. He's able to keep it in as it bounces. Peters comes away. Peters with an opportunity to center and pass over to Aguirre. Stewart over to Carr. Carr keeps it in. Pass over to Hawes. Carr with it again in the middle. finds a little bit of space as he brings it over to Aguirre. Aguirre gets tied up along the boards as he continues the battle. So Shore comes away with Peters on the back check, and he regroups with Carr. Carr over to Hawes. Hawes, short angle shot, goes over the goalie, hits the inside post on the opposite side, and comes down the length of the ice with Carr regrouping deep in his zone as he moves it up to Hawes again. Hawes and Aguirre. Aguirre through the center. Aguirre shot on that, comes loose off the goalie's trapper. Hawes over to him the side, he finds a space, and the goalie's able to shut down that angle and make a save. Fleming on the face-off, he gets it back for Gillis. Gillis tries to get a shot towards the net, but it gets blocked. Gillis pinches in, keeps that puck alive inside the South Shore end. Puck moves along the boards, it's chipped in again by Gillis. Stuck in Kelly's feet. And the puck eventually comes out, and Fleming can't get his stick untangled. Eventually, Gillis is able to move it deep into the zone, where the puck's now behind the net. With Kelly fights with Stoner. Stoner trying to move it out. Puck bounces up top, but it doesn't hit net. And does come outside. Gillis can't keep it in. He regroups with Turner. Turner moves it forward to Fleming. Fleming tries to get it through traffic. Inside the zone, Fleming does Stoner. Stoner with shot on net. Saved by the goalie. Puck is Stoner. Angles off his man as the puck is now loose. Fleming with another opportunity. In front with Halsman now. Halsman centering pass over to Stoner. It just goes in front of his stick. Net was wide open if he could get a stick on it, but it wasn't able to connect. Halsman pushes off his man. Finds space in the corner. Eventually angled off, and Stoner is behind the net now as he cycles with Halsman. Halsman over to Stoner. And Levangie with a shot on net. He gets his shot on. Blocker saved by the goalie. Halsman keeps it in on the far side. It's blocked by his stick. A couple players in there, battle for the puck. Puck does come loose from Stone, but the referee blew his whistle as the puck was pinned against the boards for a little while there. He just wanted to calm things down and stop the play. Off the draw, picked up by South Shore as they come down against Stone. Stone steps up on his man and disrupts that offensive attack. Foster comes away. He's trying to push his man off, gets his stick tangled. Levangie keeps it in. Wisen and Foster work together. Wisen circles back. Wisen over to Levangie. Levangie shoots his puck towards the net. Tipped by Halsman, but gloved down by the goalie for another whistle. Off the face-off, puck shot down the length of the ice as Carr is on the chase. Stewart helps out behind the net. The puck does come loose. So Shore with shot towards the net, goes wide. And Carr picks up along the hash marks. Shot, pass, tries to go through the middle, but doesn't get too far. Carr tries again. He backhand pass over to Halsman. Halsman comes in. Shot over, goes high over the net. It's picked up by Foster. Foster passes it back. Difficult pass, but stopped in by Carr as he moves it for Halsman, but he can't maintain control on it. Stewart pinches in, gets a puck shot into the zone, and Bedford on the forecheck as Carr steps up and pushes that puck back in the zone, and So Shore needs to regroup again. Halsman forechecks in the corner. Stewart pinches in. And the puck comes in center, but it bounces over Foster's stick. And So Shore is able to move it forward. And the horn goes for the end now of the first period. And Bedford leads with a score of 3-1. And puck drop for the start of the second period. So Shore shoots it in where Gillis tries to get it forward again, but gets knocked back in behind the Bedford zone where Turner brings it up for Peters, but it doesn't get out. Peters picks it up again. He's got Hawes with him. Peters trying to go through the middle, finds a space. Shot toward the side of the net, over to Hawes, but he can't get any stick on it. And So Shore shoots it down the length of the ice. And that will be an icing. Off the face-off, it comes back towards Gillis. Gillis is able to get his foot on it. Keep it inside the line as he continues to push forward. So Shore eventually comes away with it as Aguirre on the back check knocks that puck back, and Gillis works for it again. He moves it up for Hawes. Hawes trying to come over the corner. Centering pass over to Peters. His stick was tied up. Couldn't get a stick on that shot. Cycle back for Hawes. Hawes in the corner. He comes away with it across the seam. Puck gets knocked over as Aguirre pushes it for Gillis. Gillis with a shot on net and is gloved down by the goalie. Linesman looking to get the teams organized off the draw. Puck is dropped. Puck stays loose in the center of the ice. Fleming with shot on net. Knocked down. Stoner picks up in the corner. He runs into some traffic as Fleming tries to move it out. Centering pass attempt gets knocked away as So Shore flex it behind the net and rims it around. Stone able to keep it in. And So Shore eventually does come away with it. Back onto Stone and Levangie. Long shot. Goes wide, picked up by Levangie behind the net. His stick check gets knocked away. But he's able to recover for Kelly to move it up for Fleming. And Stoner's helping out as he overskates it. Shot on net and kicked away. Levangie steps up to the blue line and Fleming's able to recover and regroup with Stone. Stone, long pass up for Kelly. Kelly, shot on net, off the post. Comes back to Levangie. Levangie works to keep that puck in. It does come out. Stone recovers. The battle continues along the boards in front of the benches. And Bedford dumps it into the South Shore zone. Clearing attempt by South Shore goes out of play and the whistle goes.
Who's here, Donnie or Delina?
Puck drop behind the back of the net, rimmed around by So Shore. The steward is able to race to it and keep it in. Halsman off the boards. Tries to move the puck to Wiseman as they continue to battle in the middle of the ice. His car picks it up in the center, and he gets it deep into the zone as Wiseman's on the forecheck. Puck comes loose. Wiseman has it in front. Puck remains loose. Comes into the middle. Puck comes outside, and Carr looking to retreat. As he stops up, finds his space there, and able to move that puck forward for Halsman. Halsman goes wide. Shot on net. Gets kicked away. Foster gets pinned behind the boards. It comes over for Halsman. Halsman shoots it back for Carr, but the puck just bobs over his stick. Not able to make a play. As Foster now knocks down his man in the corner. And he's going to go to the box for interference call. Face-off will come down into the Bedford zone as Bedford is on the penalty kill again here for 2 minutes. 11:31 remains in the second period. Hawes off the draw, picked up by Aguirre, and Aguirre is able to shoot that down the length of the ice. Aguirre on the forecheck as So Short picks it up, looking next to their zone, but Aguirre gets a good stick on it and pushes it back towards the net. Turner with a stick disrupts a breakout, and Aguirre shoots it back down in as he continues his forecheck on the penalty kill. Gillis and Hawes pin that puck along the blue line. Shot down by So Shore and collected by Hawes. Hawes has an opportunity to gather some speed as he goes wide on his man. Comes into the center, passes up, and a short side shot over the shoulder of the goalie as he went down early on that shot, and Hawes gets a short-handed goal here now, 4-1 for Bedford. Bedford will remain on the penalty kill for another minute and 12 seconds. So Shore dumps it in. The Banji chases it on the other side of the ice. The puck slides away from him, tries to exit, but it's knocked in by high stick on the shot. Puck was kept in by So Shore. High shot is knocked down on a high stick. Whistle goes, and the face-off will be just outside the Bedford zone. Peters and Halsman on the face-off with Levangie and Stone. And Stone picks it up in his end. Has a little bit of time as he moves it forward for Peters. Peters looks to go wide. Tries to make a move at the blue line, goes off the defender's skates and forces it offside. Peters wins that draw back and is picked up by Stone. Stone circles. He moves that for Peters. Peters stops up at the blue line, tries to get it in. Bank pass off the boards as he finally gets it deep into the zone. And So Shore collects it and rims it around, picked off by Halsman. Comes into the center, So Shore attacks now. Stone looking to angle his man off. He collects that puck, comes in behind the net. Continues it around as it moves forward to Halsman. Halsman can't chip that puck past, and Stone retreats. Tries to move the puck around the net, but it gets picked off again. Puck remains loose. McKay tries to get his skate on the post, but didn't have a firm enough push on the post, and So Shore is able to knock that puck in. Power play goal. It'll be 4-2. It may have been an even strength goal as Bedford's penalty just expired when that puck went in. 4-2 now, 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period. Puck comes down deep and is collected by Carr behind the net. Carr rims around for Kelly. Kelly is able to push it for Fleming, but the bobbling puck can't exit the zone. Carr again tries to bring a pass, and it bounces past his defender as Fleming goes for a skate. Tries to make a move at the blue line, but the other forwards skate offside. Puck is dropped where Fleming shoots it across the side of the ice and picked up by Kelly. Kelly stops up. Off the side wall. Gets pinned down as Stewart pinches in. We got a shot on net, and Fleming gets that through the 5-hole. Bedford gets that goal back now at 5-2. Puck is dropped, and Stone comes in the center to pick it up. He tries to chip it past his man, but it gets knocked down. Fleming and Turner works on the boards as Fleming regroups with Gillis. Gillis up to Fleming again as he moves it forward to Kelly. And they all into the zone. Fleming short side, can't get it to the net. Puck gets rimmed around, and Fleming collects it again in the corner. And Stone's helping out. He loses control, is so short, and tries to move it forward. Clearing attempt, knocked down by Gillis, shot on net, and it's covered for a whistle. Hawes on the face-off, he pushes it forward, maintains possession as it pushed over to Aguirre. Puck bounces over his stick, and he can't get that shot on net. Aguirre pushes through. As he continues his back check, knocks the puck free as it's collected by Levangie. Levangie with a hook on his man. He's going to be a call for hooking, delay penalty for Bedford. As Bedford touches the puck now. Levangie, 2 minutes for hooking. Actually, my mistake. So Shore's going to get that penalty for two for hooking. Looks like it could have gone either way. Referee made his call, and Bedford will go on the power play this time. Puck was dropped, and Hawes able to move back for Levangie. Bobbles the puck as Hawes collects it in the neutral zone as they regroup. Hawes circles, moves it up for Peters. Peters pushed it across for Hawes as he enters. Hawes towards the net, tries to push it in. Backhand shot goes between the goalie's legs, and he's able to get another one. Power play goal this time. As Bedford is now leading 6-2. Drop, stays in the center, stuck in some feet, and eventually comes away as Aguirre tries to make a push forward, but it gets knocked away by so short. Carr angles his man off on the boards as Hawes able to knock it free. Hawes trying to beat his man. He's got Aguirre on the far side. Turning pass for Aguirre, tries to chip it in, but it goes wide. Oh, nice pass in front of the net. Peters, wide open net. The goalie's able to get his paddle in front of it, makes a fantastic stop to save that goal. Hawes tries to come out with it. And it exits the zone as Stewart tries to angle his man. He gets pushed away. Carr now back on a 2-on-1. Centering pass disrupted by Carr as he tries to exit it, but it rolls off his stick. And disrupts that threat here now as it comes across the net. Stewart in front of the net. It's loose again. So short. Gets a puck past the goalie on that backhand. So short now gets a goal back. It's up 6-3. Puck comes back for a regroup, and Halsman moves over for Gillis. Gillis, long pass over to Foster, but it bounces over his stick. Bouncing puck comes over to Turner. As he stops him from getting in, and So Shore eventually gets it into the Bedford zone as Gillis retreats behind his net. Looking for an opportunity to find some space. He banks it off the boards, but the forecheck continues. He's got to move it forward up to Halsman. Stays inside. Same pass. Goes through everybody, and Foster picks it up on the far side. Foster over to Halsman. Halsman shot on net. It goes high and wide. Shot comes out, goes off Gillis' stick as the puck comes down the length of the ice. Turner and Gillis skate back. Centering pass gets knocked away and collected by Wisen. Wisen chips it up and does exit the zone as Halsman continues his forecheck. So Shore moves it back as they re-enter zone against Bedford. High shot, gloved down by McKay. Face-off drop, picked up by Stone as he circles behind the net. Stops up looking for some space as he moves it up along the boards to Stoner. Stoner chips it past him. Fleming and Kelly go for a skate. Kelly's in the middle. Fleming over to Kelly and goes just under his stick. Stone picks it up and skates towards the corner. Shot comes back to Stone. Stone finds the middle. He has a shot to the net and is knocked down. Puck remains in the crease there, but the goalie's able to cover it. Pucker's drive comes along the board. Stone pinches in. Puck comes back to Stone and gets a stick and skate on it. Able to keep it alive as he gets it knocked into the South Shore end. South Shore rims it around. They look to exit. They have some space as Fleming disrupts it. Picked up by Stone. And South Shore comes across now. And Kelly angles his man off. Looking to ease up on the boards there. Make sure he doesn't get another checking penalty. Puck does come out. It's collected by Stone. Stone circles. Long pass over to Hawes. Hawes gets behind his man off that change. Hawes gets angled off towards the net. Is not able to get a clean shot off. And the goalie puts his glove on it. They'll blow it down for a whistle. Couple pushes in behind the net. Face-off comes back to Stewart. Stewart fumbles with it at the line as So Shore breaks free. Carr's back. Peters on the back check helps out as Carr comes away with it. Carr comes behind the net. Has a little bit of space as he skates into the center. Pass over to Aguirre. It does come free as Aguirre and Haas come forward. Aguirre, shot on net, knocked down by the goalie, puck is loose. And So Shore comes away. Carr tries to angle his man up, stick in front of him, and he knocks that puck away. Puck comes back to Carr in the middle as he pushes it forward. Pass just rolls off his stick, and Aguirre can't pick it up. Carr comes into the middle, finds some space into the center. Move across the center, and backhand shot goes across the crease and misses Haas out of the corner. He finds his space, he gets hooked. No call on that one. Stick was up in the hands, but no penalty. Carr on the back again, puck gets disrupted in some feet. As So Shore tries to maintain that push, but Carr is able to move that puck out of the zone. Peters moves that puck up for Haas. Just gets it in front of him and goes down the length of the ice, but the icing's waved off. Peters cycles with Haas. Puck rolls away from him, and the goalie collects it and puts his glove on for a whistle. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain in the second period with a score of 6-3 for Bedford against South Shore. Wisen on the face-off. He tries to chip it towards the boards and picked up by Bedford. Halsman gets that puck knocked off as Gillis tries to keep it in. It does stay in, but Bedford, So Shore comes away with it. So Shore comes across the line, angled off by Turner. And Foster, he picks up the puck as Wisen works to chip it forward. And Halsman comes away with it. Halsman towards the net, tries to angle off, gets a shot on. Knocked over in the process, but the puck remains loose and behind the net. So Shore shoots it down the length of the ice. Ice is initiated, and So Shore with a quick skate, and Turner's able to push his man off. Knocked that away. Centering pass. Wisen gets in front of that, and Gillis skates away. Gillis with some speed through the center. Skates wide into the corner. Gets pinned off. Cycles over to Halsman. Halsman can't maintain that rolling puck. It's So Short, skates away with it again against Levangie. And Wisen's back. Shot on towards the net, goes high and over the shoulder of McKay. And Halsman picks it up and goes the other way. Halsman, long pass. Icing's initiated, it's waved off. Foster works in the corner. He gets rolled off. Wisen's there to help as So Short does collect it and exits the zone. Stone steps up. Check. As Halsman's there to help as well. Halsman not able to get any possession inside the zone as So Shore knocks that away. Two Bedford players collide in the center there. As the puck stays inside the zone, Stone gets beat along the boards. He skates back. So Shore shot towards the net, kicked away. Glove down by McKay, and the whistle goes. 42 seconds left in the second period. Face-off comes back for So Shore as they move it towards the net. Puck remains loose, but Levangie is able to rim that puck around for Stoner. Stoner moves it forward for Fleming. Puck does get to Kelly. Kelly has some space in front of the net, but he was skating backwards to collect that puck. His shot gets knocked away. Levangie moves it in, comes in behind the net. And he gets outnumbered. And Stoner works behind as well. Puck looks like it's moved forward by Bedford. Hand pass, I believe, is a call. And that hand pass will get... Oh, sorry, looks like there's coincidental penalties. Levangie will go to the box, and So Short player will go. Play will remain 5-on-5. 9.8 seconds left in the period. Bedford looking to get their lines organized to start this game. And there's a delay on the face-off, so the centerman for Bedford gets kicked out. Pause. And so Shore gets kicked out as well. Not sure why they would have left. They were ready to go the whole time. Puck comes in the corner, is pinned by So Shore. Looks like time will run out on this period. At the end of the second period, the score is 6-3 for Bedford against South Shore. Team's getting organized at the end of the second period here. Looks like the teams will come off the ice and will do a flood, and then we will return for the third period. And we have a puck drop for the start of the third period. Hawes moves that back for Carr and he pushes it forward. Collected by South Shore though, and Bedford needs to check up on the offside. McGuire coming in. Players get tangled in the center of the ice as Carr and Peters work together. Peters shot on net and goes wide. Puck battle on the boards. McGuire tries to get it in. Knocked down by South Shore as they come around the back of the net. Puck comes in front and players get tripped up as puck comes into the neutral zone. Carr touches up and McGuire will go for a penalty, 2 minutes for tripping. Puck draw and moves his way back to South Shore as they knock it down into the zone and moves into the corner. Puck comes to net and Turner knocks that away. Wiseman behind. Moves around the boards and Halsman is able to chip that puck out. South Shore regroups in the neutral zone as Wiseman continues his forecheck. And Halsman steps up to bring that puck into the South Shore end. Finds his space over the side and makes his move. Gets tripped in front. Delayed penalty right now as comes back to Turner. Turner with a shot on net. And Gillis able to keep that puck alive. South Shore touches it and South Shore will go to the box here for a tripping penalty. And we'll have a 4-on-4 for a minute 21. Wise off the face-off over Halsman. Halsman with a quick shot towards the net and is knocked away by the goalie. South Shore with a long shot. And Gillis is able to disrupt that pass as he angles his man off and looks to regroup. Gillis to Halsman. Halsman has some space as he enters the zone. He's got Gillis with him. Shot towards the net and goes off the crossbar. South Shore shoots it down the length of the ice, 4-on-4, and that'll be called for an icing. Might have to watch a replay on that goal. It looked like the mesh moved on that shot. No goal call as South Shore is getting an icing call now. Play remains 4-on-4. Oh, it's off the face-off. Levangie tries to get it in, but it fans on that shot as he tries to regroup. Puck gets shot down and collected by Stone. Stone with Foster as they continue to move that puck around and looking for some space. Hawes in his end has his chance to move forward as McGuire helps out, but they're not able to. Stone helped out. Stone finds some space and he puts it off the crossbar. Stone with a couple moves to make it in towards the goalie, but can't get that shot on. It goes off the crossbar. Levangie cycles back for Stone. Stone moves it in. McGuire's out of the box. There's now 5-on-4 for Bedford. Hawes behind the net. Hawes comes out. Shot on net, and that's blocked and covered by the goalie. We'll have 21 seconds remaining to a power play for Bedford. Puck drop. South Shore is able to come away with it as they shoot it down the length of the ice. Carr's got to skate hard to retrieve that as he tries to get some body position to pick that puck up. He comes away with it. He's got some opportunity to create some space with a long pass over to Kelly. Kelly tries to push forward as he gets stuck in some skates. Picked up by Stoner tries to center it. Center it again, doesn't make its pass connection as a long shot goes down against McKay. Carr picks it up and he cycles around to find some space. Carr trying to get it up towards Stoner, but there's too much traffic and it wasn't able to exit the zone. Centering pass goes wide. Puck gets stuck behind the net as Carr continues to battle. It's even strength now, 5-on-5. Fleming. Long pass over to Stoner. And Stoner and Kelly get cut offside. Close call there. Whistle goes. Puck is dropped and McGuire comes into the center of the ice with his shot on net. Short side wide. McGuire continues his pressure as he pushes that puck into the middle. Picked up by Haas. So he gets angled off. He's got Peters with him to help as he cycles with Peters. Peters back to Turner. Turner trying to get the puck down low again. Over to Peters. Peters continues to battle along the boards with McGuire to help out. Haas looking for the cycle. And the puck goes the other way, picked up by So Shore. But it's kept inside, Turner. As McGuire and Haas continue to work with shot on net. Goalie covers that one again for another whistle. Puck drop, stays in the feet. So Shore moves it into the corner. Peters picks up as he rounds the net, looking for an opportunity to move the puck, but it rolls away from him. The Stone gets beat wide, and McGuire is able to back check and pick that puck up. He regroups over to Levangie. Levangie with an opportunity now to move that puck up. Levangie across the blue line, centering pass off the skate. Levangie centering pass to Peters. Peters able to keep it alive, but So Shore skates away with it again. The puck goes down the length of the ice and collected by Stone. Stone stops up. Long cross-ice pass for Peters. Not able to maintain any control as So Shore needs to check up on their offside. Long shot goes wide on the goalie. Puck comes back to the middle, and Levangie gets a stick on it. So Shore comes into the middle, gets an opportunity for some space. Pass gets knocked away, and McGuire moves it forward for Peters and Haas. Haas has a break now coming down against the goalie. Has some space, and he makes a nice move inside the crease and gets his goal. Now 7-3 for Bedford. Puck is dropped with Wiseman on the face-off. He does come into the Bedford zone as Carr skates across to disrupt that play. Picked up by Halsman as the puck rolls around the back of the net. So Shore with it now as they circle back. Trying to come into the center, and puck is bobbled. Shot does get towards the net, but bounces high and wide. So Shore still behind the net. He tries to move the puck forward, but Carr disrupts it, and he tries to skate it out, but it gets stuck in traffic. Stewart tries to knock his man off, but he falls, and So Shore still with the pressure. Shot towards the net, goes off the back of the mesh, and rimmed around by Carr. He tries to move it up to Foster, and puck stays in. Shot goes wide again and behind the net with Carr. Carr has it. as he moves up for Halsman. Can't maintain control of the pass as So Shore comes back against the Bedford Blues. Puck comes in front of the net, breaks away, and beats McKay. Now 7-4 with 7 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the third period. Puck drop comes back to Gillis. Gets stuck in some feet as the puck bobbles around and ends up back into the Bedford zone. Collected by Turner as he partner passes to Gillis. Gillis centering pass gets knocked away eventually as So Shore continues their pressure. Puck comes back to the line and long shot towards the net, bounces wide. Gillis retrieves it in the corner. Fleming able to push the puck, but it's kept in at the line. Turner retreats, tries to beat his man as both players fall into the boards. Puck is stuck in some feet as Turner pushes it forward, and Stoner's able to come away with it. He's able to find some space and moves it forward for Kelly. Kelly makes a move in the center, but the defender is able to angle that off. Long pass back, and Stoner with a good back check, able to catch his man and disrupt any attempt at getting to the Bedford zone. As Fleming rims it around and picked up on the boards by Levangie. Levangie can't make anything of it as it goes back into the Bedford zone and retrieved by Fleming. And Tripp in front there will have a delayed penalty against So Shore. And Bedford will go on the power play again for 2 minutes. Puck comes down towards the net, but it's blocked and comes into the corner. Haas moves it into the center, picked up by Stone at the front of the net. Shot on net off the goalie's shoulder. Puck comes away with So Shore. They get it down the length and picked off by Stone as he regroups and moves up for Peters. Peters comes across. He comes in the middle looking for an opportunity to move it to Haas. Haas through the center. He gets angled off. Shot on net. Hits a So Shore defender. Doesn't make it to the net. Peters battles in the corner. He gets pinned out. Puck is pinned. Puck eventually comes loose. With So Shore coming around the net. Ryder. Haas continues to battle, but he does get loose. Comes to the line just outside as Stone regroups with Levangie. And Levangie enters the zone just a step ahead of Bedford as they can't check up in time. Plumb down for an offside. Wisen trying to push puck in, but it's knocked out of the zone. Carr is able to maintain control for Bedford. Foster helps out as he skates through the center. Coming into the zone. Shot on net. Goes off the So Shore stick, and the shot just goes wide as So Shore tries to empty it again. And Ryder Stewart can't make anything of that shot in the middle. Halsman, centering pass. Gets on top of the net. And whistle blows as that puck is stuck on the back of the mesh. We have 4 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in this game. Puck drop with Fleming. Carr is stuck on his body as he blocks the shot down, but it does get loose, and Stewart's able to retreat back and pick that puck up. He stops and moves it up for Stoner. Stoner with the break. He's got Kelly with him. Shot on net, gets knocked away by the South Shore defender. Bouncing puck again comes out for Stoner. Even strength now as Carr pinches in to keep that puck alive, and Stoner tries to battle along the board, but he can't maintain his control. Carr comes in, gets stuck in Stoner's feet. Stewart pinches in, keep that puck alive. Eventually does get knocked out, and it gets past everybody with Carr retreating. Carr with a stick check to maintain possession, but South Shore is able to center pass. Knocked away by Fleming. The puck just comes outside the zone, and South Shore gets called for an offside. Three minutes and 54 seconds left in this game, and I have a low battery, so we'll see if I'm able to continue with the rest of this one, or is it going to get cut off. Bedford scrambles in the middle, shot towards the net, kicked away by McKay. McGuire cycles around. It's stuck in some feet as it comes back into the Bedford zone. Centering pass gets knocked down by South Shore. A couple shots on net, kicked out by McKay again. Right. Bedford exits his own. Hawes has some space as he goes wide against his player. Trying to center and pass across the crease for Gillis. He was on that post, got a shot off, but it hits the side of the net. Hawes gets pinned along the boards, finds some space, he comes into the center, gets knocked away. The body contact in the middle of the ice there. Hawes gets knocked down and puck eventually exits as Turner angles his man off, center and pass goes long. Turner moves around for Peters. Peters has to turn back to find some space, and he moves it over for Gillis. Gillis gets pushed off his puck. Gillis falls down with his man as they continue to push and shove. Moves over for Peters. Peters comes into the center. Shot on net for Peters, and he beats the goalie with his shot. (8-4) now with 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the third period. Puck dropped over for Levangie. Puck gets pinned along the boards. As Foster tries to angle his man off, Stone helps out. As Foster picks it up again, comes into the center, and he moves it over for Halsman. Halsman tries to tip a pass, but it gets disrupted. So Shore regrouping in their end. As Stone tried to keep it in, it does come out, deflected in the center by Foster. Halsman continues his forecheck. The puck stays alive inside the South Shore zone, but Wisen needs to cycle back and dumped in by Levangie. So Shore looks to skate it out. Puck comes to the blue line and be kept in by Stone. So Shore around the back of their end as they rim it around again, but it's a weak rim, so it's picked up by Halsman. Halsman out of the corner. Still has the puck. Does get to the goalie as he covers up for a whistle. drop. Comes over into the middle, can't get a shot away, so short, goes the other way. Carr able to get his stick on it to disrupt the offensive push. Ends up back into the Bedford zone. Stewart rims it around. Comes around to the other side again where Stewart goes on the chase. He's beat by his man. So Shore tried to bring it through the center, but Stoner is able to push that puck forward. Try to beat his man as he comes towards the net. Shot on net, gets kicked away by the goalie. And it looks like Stoner is going to get a penalty for goalie interference. Looked like a little bit of a push towards the goalie as he skated by. .37 seconds left in the game. Score is 8-4 for Bedford. Fleming on the face-off, it comes back to Carr. Carr gets pinned in behind the net as he's knocked down. Stewart battles his player in behind as well, and Fleming is able to come away with it. Fleming gets it shot down the length of the ice. So Doris sets up behind the net with Kelly on their forecheck. And Fleming is able to keep that puck in the zone as he's forechecks on the penalty kill. Shot towards the net and pushed away by So Shore. Comes back to the line with Stewart. Stewart fires it towards the net. Puck comes back and the horn goes for the end of the game here. Bedford gets a win, 8-4. And we'll sign off on this one and we'll see you at the next game.